I shall put the draft resolution to the vote now. Will those in favour of the draft resolution contained in document S/2024-835 please raise their hand? Those against? The result of the voting is as follows: 14 votes in favour, 1 vote against, 0 abstentions. The draft resolution has not been adopted owing to the negative vote of a permanent member of the Council. I now give the floor to those members of the Council who wish to make statements after the vote.
Madam President, at the outset, I extend my gratitude to those who voted in favour of the draft resolution presented by the 10 elected members who are the representative of the collective will of the international community. It is a sad day for the Security Council, for the United Nations, and for the international community as a whole. The draft resolution this Council failed to adopt today sought only to break its deafening silence 5 months after the adoption of the Resolution 2735. 5 months during which the Security Council remained idle, remained hand-tied. This text was far from ideal, but it represented the bare minimum that should have united us. Algeria, my country, has consistently called for enforcing Security Council decisions and imposing sanctions on those who defy the collective will of the international community. For this reason, our position was to adopt a resolution under Chapter 7 of the UN Charter. There were significant concessions during negotiations, yet one member chose to block any action from this Council. Today's message is clear. To the Israeli occupying power first. You may continue your genocide. You may continue your collective punishment of the Palestinian people with complete impunity. In this chamber, you enjoy immunity. To the Palestinian people, another clear message. While the overwhelming majority of the world stands in solidarity with your plight, tragically, others remain indifferent to your suffering. Madam President, we must ask ourselves today, as human beings, is it not enough that 44,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, 70% of whom are women and children? How many more must perish before this Council imposes a ceasefire? Is it not enough that the number of orphans in Gaza now range between 17,000 and 18,000, many of whom have no surviving family members to care for them? Gaza, once known as a city of children, has tragically become a city of orphans. How many more children must be orphaned before this Council takes actions? Is it not enough that over 170 journalists have been killed in Gaza? And how many more journalists must die before this Council acts? Colleagues, Israel, the occupying power, has killed more journalists in 1 year than those lost in World War II and the Vietnam War combined. Where are those? Where are those who proclaim to be defenders of human rights and freedom of expression? Why are they silent in the face of such atrocities? Is it not enough that at least 326 aid workers have been killed? The highest number ever recorded in history. How many more must sacrifice their lives before this Council decides sanctions? Is it not enough that over 1,000 health workers have been killed? How many more must fall before this Council takes decisive action? Is it not enough that almost the entire population of Gaza has been forcibly displaced and face famine now, with some already succumbing to hunger? How many more must starve to death before this Council responds? Madam President, in the past year, the Council adopted 4 resolutions. Negotiations were conducted. Calls from every corner of the globe were made. Yet, nothing has stopped the Israeli killing machine in Gaza. And the reason is painfully clear. Israeli leaders operate with the full knowledge that they enjoy impunity. They enjoy immunity. They are certain that this body, the Security Council, tasked with maintaining international peace and security by the UN Charter, will be prevented on acting to halt the genocide. Today, we have missed an opportunity. This failure that will have devastating consequences for the international order. But rest assured, this will not be the last time the Security Council will be forced to address a resolution on Palestine. As we have said before, and as we have delivered, we will soon return to the Security Council to demand an immediate and unconditional and permanent ceasefire in Gaza. And this time, with even a firmer language under Chapter 7 of the UN Charter. And our efforts will not cease until the Council make a decisive action. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for their statement.